My experience now is this vast whole and this expansion. So this vast whole and then this expansion, and then in that there's this character arising and disappearing, this Lisa character that comes and goes. And this Lisa character is what you can talk about. So that vast whole, that full stopness, you can't talk about. And that vast whole and that expansion, I can't say from that position it's always here, because it doesn't exist in time. The Lisa exists in time. So I can't express that part to you, because that part is nothing's happening. That part is non-expressible. And I know this seems so hard to comprehend. Until you've had these big awakenings, you can't know what I'm talking about. But if you have, then you'll appreciate me trying to get this into words. And then the Lisa character comes and goes and says that it's always there or not always there, and that's irrelevant, because that's in the Lisa character. And the Lisa character tries to look in time for if it's been there the whole time, and she shouldn't even be looking in that world, because it doesn't belong to her. In that world it's all about hunting and gathering and survival. Like Lisa is interested in survival, and interested in being Lisa, and interested in fulfilling Lisa's pleasures and pains. She can't talk about whether she always experiences it, because that's not that world. So in the memory, in the Lisa world, there cannot be a looking to see in that Lisa world if there's always enlightenment, or if there's always this or always that. So you hear some teachers say, yes, it's always like this now, or some that won't answer it, because you can't. You're mixing up two different worlds. Once that world's been expressed, and that expansion's happening, then it can't always be here, because, and it can't live in that world of what we say is always being here, or I've experienced that for the last 7 years, or Lisa is always awake, because it's not the same worlds. Lisa isn't enlightened, and so if you ask Lisa in her world, she can't express that sort of thing to you. She can say, well, it seems like it's here all the time, but that's an inaccuracy, and that feels like a lie to her, because she can't say it in her world, and she wouldn't be able to tell if it is or isn't, or if she or the identity is coming or not coming, because she can't do that. So, like, I had a friend who was really into Tony Parsons, and in Tony Parsons' world, or in the Neo-Advaita, not just Tony Parsons, but in this more Neo-Advaita, it's like the self is gone, and that self doesn't exist anymore. And yeah, maybe they could be above my realization, that's what they would say, but to me that doesn't make sense. From here, that doesn't make sense to claim that it is here or isn't here. Neither seems like it can be claimed. There is this clear seeing, but the clear seeing is clear seeing and doesn't move in time. That clear seeing it feels wrong on the human level to say it's always in my experience. So to say it is or isn't kind of feel very similar in the human world. I tried both on after the awakening. Like, it is always in my experience, it isn't always in my experience, and neither felt right, neither fitted. To the mind, that sounds bad, that sounds like, oh, she doesn't know what she's talking about, but maybe the fact that I can't describe it is the most profound thing. The fact that I'm unwilling to sit in either world is maybe really profound. Because if you think about it, you can't think about it. But maybe the humility of that is really a beautiful thing.